What do you get when you combine the words beauty, dance, fitness, entrepreneurship, and acting? The answer to that question is a lethal combination destined for success. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of Creators on Graphy. And as always, I'm your host Rishabh, and today my guest on the show is someone who is a powerhouse of talent. She was destined for greatness ever since she was 4 years old when she started learning the dance form Bharatnatyam. Today, she runs her own dance studio, and along with that is a well-known actress in South Indian movies. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Ragini Prajwal.
Hi everyone, this is Ragini Prajwal, a classical dancer, a fitness enthusiast, actor, model, and a proud homemaker. And here is a glimpse into my world of Pilates. Come along. So now that you've had a sneak peek into my world of Pilates, I think Rishabh has a few more questions for me to answer. So let's begin.
A powerhouse of talent with us on the show today, ladies and gentlemen. A dancer, a model, an actress, an entrepreneur, so many things packed into one. That's Ragini Prajwal. So let's meet her and find out a little bit about her journey. Hey Ragini, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Rishabh. Always a pleasure being on this platform.
That's wonderful. So Ragini, just to break the ice, tell me, what did you think a little bit about the Friends reunion?
Oh my God, I cried. I'm such a big fan. Kanika and I, that's my sister, and we watch it every time. Anytime our mood's out, and I had goosebumps, and I'm sure so many of us had. And as a dedication, we also did the routine. My sister and me did the routine, and we danced to it.
Yeah, I saw that video of yours on your Instagram page.
Yeah. So we're big fans. I connect a lot with Rachel, and that's how we are. My husband and I are, the same way. So love it.
That's wonderful. So Ragini, tell me, what are you doing nowadays to keep yourself busy? What is keeping you occupied?
Rishabh, my life actually hasn't changed as much. People may actually think of, okay, this is what I should be doing, or how do I spend my time? It's just that I'm not meeting people, maybe physically, I'm not able to get to meet them, but I'm doing it all virtually. Everything is happening online. And when I have a platform like, Graphy, or, with the way we can get to interact with so many clients, people who have so many things to ask us, and the whole interaction process, even though I miss the whole physical presence, but this whole interaction online keeps me busy. So every day it's either the classes, or it's cooking, or I have my own cloud kitchen as well. So it's managing that, and my dance classes where I get to see my little kids who are about say 5. So I get to dance with them, and my own regular Kathak classes are also going on. So a lot is happening on the virtual world. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And just tell me a little bit, about, we mentioned in our introduction that, you're this entrepreneur, this model, dancer, actor, so many things packed into one. But are there any hobbies that you have apart from these things?
I think I'm lucky somewhere that all my hobbies turned out to be sort of my profession, where touch wood I'm to continue together. So, but I'm still learning. That's my urge. That's always been my thing, to learn something. So now I've learned a little painting from Prajwal. That's my husband, and I've learned to. I used to be a basketball player in school, so I completely lost touch. Now I do that with my brother-in-law. So these hobbies which I actually miss, I've started to do that. Yeah.
So, the will to learn actually starts from your childhood. So, tell me a little bit, about your childhood, and, did you pick up these things when you were a kid, or, because I know that you started learning Bharatnatyam at the age of 4. So, was dance actually your first love?
I give this entire credit to my mom, because at that age, you don't know what you're good at. But you're just pushed in. Sometimes it's with the parents' force of saying you try this or try that. But I've been very lucky because my mother gave me that opportunity and pushed me for it, and realized where my talent lies. So it started with with Bharatnatyam at the age of 4, and then I was a sports captain in my school. So I used to go for hurdles and be a basketball captain in school. We've gone around to various cities also representing our school. So sports and dance has been my thing, and I was one of the first choreographers for the teachers. We had this talent show in the annual show that happens in school, right? So I used to be the first one who used to go and choreograph for the entire school. and finished the choreography. And at the end, when I passed out of school, they actually gave me a certificate, of appreciation for the same, which was like my first earning at the age of, say, 15. So all this credit goes to my mother, because she said that's the age. When I was, I think, about 10 or 11, I walked the ramp for the first time. And who knew what the ramp was? It was just to show what yourself off, And because I was exposed to so much that I could do, now I can choose on what, is my forte. So I give it all credit to my mother.
Right. So, like you mentioned, your passion for dance. So, what made you actually fall in love with it? Was there someone you really admired that, got you really interested in dance, that now that you've eventually founded your own dance studio, Eurythmics? So, tell me a little bit, about your journey in dance.
So, my mother says I used to dance in her stomach whenever the song Ek Do Teen played. So she already had that chap that, okay, I'm going to be that Madhuri Dixit for her when I come out, okay. So it started then, and then I was a part of the Shamak Davar Institute of Performing Arts. And that time Shamak Davar, SDIPA was completely different than what it was now. Literally we had Shamak coming every time to teach us. So that whole, when you start looking at a teacher, I don't call any of our teachers. That's why in dance, compared to fitness, you call them a teacher and not a trainer or instructor, because they don't just instruct you or train you to be a certain way. There's always an awe in which you look at your teacher, you admire them, you take one kind of an inspiration with just observing. So that I've had the opportunity to do it with Shamak himself. And after that, I did with Imran Sardaria, who's now a choreographer in the sandalwood industry. And after that is when I used to be a part of the background dancers for all these shows. And once when I saw my Kathak guru, Srimati Nirupama Rajendra, I saw them on stage performing, and that's when I said, okay, I've done all the Bollywood and this kind of a thing. But to give myself that one path, I thought classical would be the thing, and that's when I shifted to Kathak. So any dance teacher for any student is always an inspiration, and I'm lucky that I've got a variety of it. So every guru of mine has been my inspiration in the journey.
Great. So tell me a little bit, about your entrepreneurial venture, which is your dance studio, and the fact that, you get to teach kids on a daily basis. Tell me a little bit about how, it feels to, spread joy and make them learn a few moves.
Definitely. See, Rishabh, I also come from a background where they say, okay, now you're finished with school, now you go to college, you get your degree, and then uske baad dekh le. I mean, after that is your thing of whatever you have to do. So you're always scared of, I don't know what's going to happen. So after I finished my education in Christ, I actually didn't know what to do. And I took up something called BCom Tourism. I have not traveled anywhere because of that, but I don't know why I took it up. It's just that you're doing something that, it's in Kannada, we call something called Gumpal Govinda, which means you just go with the clan. You have no idea of what's happening because everyone's doing it. You just go ahead. So for me, after college, it was still working in Target, and I was at a corporate. And it took maybe just 10 months, and I didn't know what I was doing there. Every day I would rush back to dance, and that gave me, got my happy hormones out. So it just 10 months of me working in a corporate made me realize that's not my thing. So came back here and I cried a lot. It took me about 2 months to just decide, can I take this step? Because when I became an entrepreneur, I think it was at the age of 21 or 22. And I told my father and I said, please give me this loan. I promise I'll lend you back every penny. And I used to take every class at Eurythmics, be it at 6 a.m., be it at 11 a.m., be it at 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Alone be the only instructor. But there was something maybe people saw when you connect with people. See, that's what happens with dance. When you connect with them, it's not just about teaching choreography. You need to keep them inspired about something. That's what I learned from my gurus as well. So that's how it started. And today, touch wood, I have students from the age of 5 to 60, be dance and fitness. Because once you're a dancer, you obviously need fitness in your routine, right? I got my Zumba fitness certification, and then I did my Pilates course and certification there. So I said, every teacher on the way has helped me become what I am.
Great, and we are really happy for you that you were able to find your passion and make it your profession. So tell me a little bit about how modeling happened. Like you mentioned that you started at the age of 10, 11 when you walked the ramp for the very first time. But how did this become like a full-fledged career option for you? And I believe you did it for 7 years at a stretch.
Yeah,
and
it's almost I think about 8 or 9 years now. Yeah,
and it is during this period where you landed quite a lot of opportunities, be it the TV shoots, be it the advertisements, be it the product shoots, whatnot. So how was this experience like?
So the first thing came up to me, I never thought of modeling because I'm 5'3". I don't think of the ramp that way because by then I was quite okay that, okay, this is what you're going to be doing with dance. And then a neighbor of mine came in and said, "Can I just take a few, headshots for you of yours?" So I could just. There's someone who's looking for. I think it was 3M, and they were looking for a face for the product, and it was like this pimple cream or something. So I just said, "Yeah, if I have to show my finger and face, why not?" And that's how it just started, but not planned. But I believe a lot in manifesting. I believe a lot in believing that you can do something. So it's not about being overconfident, but just having a positive, look of saying, okay, even if all these bad things are happening, you have to have a kind of a gratitude or a thank you to saying something good will come, or be thankful of what you're blessed with. And that's how it started, even with modeling. When I started with just this project, it was not like I was running around saying, okay, what's my next? You take your time, you go in the flow of it. And then when people saw that is when the next few projects came in line. And because I'm a Tamilian, I think a lot of them could also connect with me in Chennai. So I got a lot of work from Tamil Nadu, and that's how it started. And 8 years now. Yeah.
That's great. So that's a little bit about your modeling journey. Now tell me a little bit, about you as an actor. Because you started, I believe that you did your first short film in 2017 called Rishabh Priya, right? And post that, now today, as of 2021, you've had a OTT release, the first ever Kannada OTT release called Law on Amazon Prime. So tell me a little bit about this journey, and how did you get into this field of acting?
So acting was never a part of my bucket list, because I know when you're a dancer or when you're running an institute, you have to give your time. Then you have to do that. That's a schedule that goes on, and you need to dedicate your time to it. But when this came my way, I come after my marriage, especially. I come from a family of actors. My father-in-law, everyone. My father-in-law has done about 300 movies. So people know, and being in this kind of an experience has always been there. Like I've been to their sets and the location while shooting is happening. Learned a lot behind the camera. So the first time when someone came in to even narrate a script, we are usually the ones making coffee in the kitchen for anyone who comes to to narrate a script. The first time Prajwal came back to me and said, "This time it's not for me, it's for you." I said, "What? If people are even thinking of it like this?" Which means somewhere you put yourself out, you give your option. You show your love for what you have. I've been doing that through my social media. I don't just put out photos of me smiling. What gives me that joy is what I share. So when people have seen that is why they came over. And then Raghu Samad came with this project. And the best part was I did it after I was married. And to get this kind of a subject without a hero, for you to play the entire thing. So the script revolves around a character like yours. So that itself was a challenge for me, and I said, let's take it up. Rishabh Priya also was the same way. Mayura was a friend, and he said, why not just try this? That would be a good learning phase for me in the acting field, and then go on the big field.
Right. So, as we've mentioned, like even during my introduction, I mentioned that, you were someone who's donned so many different hats, be it as an entrepreneur, as an actor, as a dancer, as a model. So, which one of these do you enjoy the most?
Hands down, dance. Because today when I'm so stressed out, sometimes you just don't know. I think with the lockdown phase and the whole year of how it's been, Rishabh, I think all of us have just been so, sometimes the fear, sometimes the stress, sometimes just thinking about what the future will be like. For me, when I get into any of these kind of emotions, first thing I do is actually go and dance. I actually do my Kathak. I do some riyaz in Kathak, sweat it out and get those emotions out. Either you do an Abhinaya or you do just footwork, and those happy hormones release for me. So it's always dance.
Right. So like you just mentioned, very importantly about one thing that has engulfed the world at the moment, which is the pandemic indeed. So how has this kind of impacted your life and, the industry around you? What do you think about that? Has it changed your state of mind in any way, or have you used it to your advantage in any way?
The thing is, definitely if you're talking about the entertainment industry, we are hit hard. We have no clue what to do. We have no clue how the future is going to be for us. And for me personally, I still have things to do. I'm talking about my family. I'm talking about my husband. I'm talking about every one of our friends in the industry. We are just left clueless, but doesn't mean we give up on what, we know there is going to be a good time. We know that there is going to be somewhere it is going to be good. It's very important to be balanced at this point. Do not let those fears and those negative emotions take over you. And touch wood, in the past 2 years, I should say, like my husband Prajwal gave one of his biggest hits. Feb 5th, his movie also released. It was such a big hit, and then we couldn't see anything more. which means that whatever happens, there is still going to be a time that we're going to come back, right? But it's not right of us as as being a part of the entertainment industry to give a wrong message out even to the public to say come over or watch it, or this is not the time that we will want to think about entertainment. So as people from the entertainment industry, I think it's our responsibility to spread that positive message out. A lot of them just at home in whatever backgrounds, people don't realize maybe that a lot of income also comes from just the film industry, be it our lightmen, be it the makeup artists, be it anyone from the background dancers. All of them also are earning through us. So we need to come together, we need to stay together, help them out. It's a two-way street. We cannot just think about us and say the movie has to go on. So as I feel, it's our responsibility, just give that positive message out, let them know that we're still there for them. We are not just there on the big screens, and personally we are still doing our bit to help.
Right.
Kitchens,
Very well
we
said,
run our cloud kitchen, right? So we are helping them out, not just by giving money, whatever possible that we could do from our place. I mean, we are trying our bit.
Great, yeah. Very well said, about unity and positivity, especially in these times. So Ragini, like we mentioned that, it's been a wonderful career for you so far. What do you say the future holds for you? 5-10 years down the line, what do you see yourself doing?
I don't know. See, one thing that's never going to stop for me is my dance and fitness. Modeling and acting has always come and gone, and I've just been things. So my dance and fitness is always going to stay, and my family has been my priority throughout. So if their support was not there, all this wouldn't have happened. So whatever it is, my family comes first. I will do everything with their support. Maybe become my family planning starts soon, but along with dance and fitness. Yeah.
That's wonderful. So Ragini, we'll play a short, quick game with you. It's called This or That here on Creators on Graphy. So we'll give you two options. You just have to choose between both of them, okay?
Oh, cool.
Living on the beach or living in the mountains?
On the beach. Any day on the beach.
Okay. Cat or dog?
Dog. I got an archery. I have a Saint Bernard. Dog. I'm
Great. Okay. Pasta or pizza?
Pizza. Any day.
Great. Hot chocolate or coffee?
These days it's become coffee, but I would love hot chocolate. Yeah.
Okay. Summer or winter?
Summer. Any day summer.
Great.
I can't stand cold. Yeah.
Book or movie?
Surprisingly now book. I've never been the book person, but this is post-COVID effects maybe. After I was positive, this is the only thing I've been doing, reading. So now books.
Coca-Cola or Pepsi?
None. None.
Okay, all about fitness, huh?
I've never, I don't think, I don't even remember the last time I've touched an aerated drink. Never.
A world with social media or a world without social media?
For me, it's been a big advantage with social media. Yeah.
So Ragini, thank you for some wonderful answers there. We're almost at the end of the show. Before I let you go, I would definitely like you to, share one piece of advice, for all those people that, want to be like you, who want to, become different things in life, be it an entrepreneur, be it an actor, model, whatever there is. If you have one piece of advice to share for them, what would that be?
More than an advice, I would always say ask yourself this question before you start anything. Just ask yourself, are you happy doing it? Be it work, be it personal life, be it any decisions that you're taking, even when it comes to just being at home in this lockdown. Because see, I'm going around a lot about nutrition and fitness when it comes to anything keeping you happy. So these days I see a lot of questions of people just going into a bad mental state. And the mental state, you have to understand what your body is actually demanding from you. So just prioritize how you feel. Sometimes it's not important. Like my personal experience, I always keep thinking about, okay, am I keeping this person happy? Am I trying to, have I been this perfect here, this perfect there? But sometimes you don't need to be perfect everywhere. Just ask yourself if you are happy doing something. And when you start doing things, being happy, I think everything will just fall into place. Stop running behind the money. Stop thinking about the future. No one knows what the future lies today. No one, literally no one does. So just think about that present and do something that makes you happy. It doesn't have to be a other. That's it.
Absolutely. Do something that makes you happy is Ragini Prajwal's message to all of you. Right. So Ragini, last but not the least, your Graphy is going to be live on graphy.com. So please tell us a little bit about your Graphy and what you intend to cover in it.
Okay, so guys, Graphy has been an excellent platform for me to be able to interact with so many of you who have no clue about Pilates but have still come in to just find out more about it. Now, this course that I'm starting on Graphy is called the In Rhythm Pilates, or the Workout the Rhythm. And part of Workout the Rhythm is the In Rhythm Pilates course. Why Pilates for you today? I'm telling you, you're not going to be sitting at home thinking about how much weight you're losing or how much you're putting on. That's not going to be your emotion now. What you're thinking about is your stress, your fear, your anxiety. And why is Pilates for you? Very, very important. First, it increases your blood flow. I'm sorry I'm pointing it out this way, but I think you all should be able to connect with it better, because so many of us don't even know what is Pilates. We think Pilates is yoga, right? So it's not. First, why you need Pilates is because it increases your blood flow, your lymph flow. A lot of us are also getting anxiety attacks these days. So Pilates will help you reduce that. Secondly, why you need Pilates is all of us are working from home today. So our entire posture is this. So you do not want to get down from the lockdown, get out with not knowing why your body has become like this, because you're in a habit of sitting in a certain posture. Thirdly, you have to know how to improve your breathing techniques. It's just not about lying prone. I know a lot of us are just going through social media. Suddenly my saturation goes low. What do? I just lie prone. But Pilates will teach you much more than that and make you go so much in detail that you'll start feeling so good about yourself. And this is not because I have done it only. You can go through any of my testimonials. You will see what a transformational experience Pilates will be. So this 7-day course will make you realize how much your body can do, how much you can push yourself, and within that limit, how you can see the changes in your body. So please join me in there. I'm sure you'll have a great time, and you will realize that you can do Pilates on your own. You will not need equipment. This is the best form of exercise that you can take up sitting at home.
That's wonderful. So viewers, do make sure to catch Ragini's Graphy, as it will be a life-changing experience, certainly. Ragini, we've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing all your tips, your journey, your advice for everyone out there. We're really grateful to you. Thank you so much once again.
I had a great time. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
So that was Ragini Prajwal, ladies and gentlemen. We discussed about her love and passion for dance, fitness, the movies, and so much more. Her Graphy is live on graphy.com at the moment. Do check out the link in the description below and check it out. We will be back with some more creators on Graphy. Until then, if you are a creator who's looking to grow your audience, monetize your skills, and host live-based cohort courses, then Graphy is the place to be. In short, be a creator on Graphy.